So with April drawing to a close, I'm going to show you guys 10 things that I have sold this month. Not the greatest items, although the last two, to be honest, are, for me, it's amazing. I've never had such a huge turnaround for an item. Admittedly, we did have one a few months back where we got, I think it was £100 for something that we bought for nothing. So this is April stuff basically. So to start off, we've got the Lego minifigurine set. I think this owed me £6. I think 3, 6, 9, 12, or was it 350p? 1, 2, 250, £3, about that. It's all in the paperwork somewhere. But this owed me only a couple of quid. I had it sitting on eBay for a while. There were times where I didn't think it was going to sell, but after postage and eBay fees, we managed to make just under £12 on this, which wasn't too bad, considering it's a nice small item. To be honest, all I did, because it was easier than keeping them all the figures loose, I would have all the figures boxed up ready, with the packaging semi done so that the top was still open. That way I could just leave it on a shelf, and I knew exactly where it was, so it was just easier to pick up later on. So what I did with this one was take a few below par pictures of the figures, and then just took the torso off of one of them just to show that it was proper Lego and not the knockoff that's going around, the Lupin I think it is. Next up we have Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. This lot cost me £3. There was even more figures, but they were only doubles. So I've kept the doubles to one side, which I'm going to keep as part of a Disney bundle of several different varieties and things like that. So I have a light box from Amazon. So I need a bigger one, to be honest. This one's only about 15 centimeters across, which is it's not enough for what I need. It's good for the really little stuff, but for anything larger than sort of 3 inches tall, it becomes a bit of a problem. So standard pictures throughout. I've got Dopey on his own because he's the best one. So yeah, made not as much. It was about £6.20 on top of these after postage and what the original cost of the item was. It's not the best, but when you have to pay £30 a month to have an eBay shop, it's these little items that bring you into your profit straight away. So if you sell 6 of these a month, then everything else is just pure profit. Next up, we have this little 5-pack of cassette tapes. Got the feedback straight away. Did really well on this. £15 and 9 pence profit on this. You can see there's a little bit of damage there, but sold. It wasn't quite quickly, but it's a steady seller. I need to be on the lookout for the VHS tapes as well. Apparently they do have quite a decent profit margin if you can get them for under a quid each, which to be honest, that sort of old tech, you should be okay. So that wasn't too bad. Then Kipper, this was my saving grace at one stage. Kipper we made around £16 on, and at the time what I normally do is I will go out and I will source, keep the receipts, and then pay myself back through PayPal with the money that I've made from already selling stuff. And I was starting to get quite a big list of things that I needed to pay myself back for. And this was my saving grace because I kept on putting money into James Collects, the eBay store, and my PayPal didn't have enough funds to actually pay me back. So this managed to give me a few cups of coffee in the morning. But this sold quite quickly. Pictured the tag and the fraying on the tag. That again, I think the feedback was received quite quickly on that one. This was a nice quick turnaround. I didn't pay a lot for this. It was a stupid number. I think it was £2.45 or something similar to that. £8 profit on this after postage and fees. This sold within, I think it sold the same day I listed. Fairly certain. So I did pick up 2 of these. The other one is still going. So maybe this was a rarer one and I just didn't know. So I did as much research as I could. Unfortunately, I couldn't find anything. I could find the other one, which is still on eBay. So I just presumed it's from the same sort of set. It's going to be released exactly the same time. So I would have thought the pricing would be exactly the same. Then again, it could just be someone wanting to complete their set. But I've not actually seen this one listed on eBay since. So I may have missed a trick there. But then again, with £8 profit, I'm quite happy. Next up, we have another kipper. Don't need that one. The Rumblers. Now, originally, I did do these individually, but they were just getting no interest whatsoever. So I thought, right, that's it. I'm just going to bundle everything together and just get rid of it. And this actually did sell. It only went about an hour away from my house. I didn't do a personal delivery because I couldn't be bothered, to be honest. And it's just easier to stay within the proper means and doing it that way. But I made £10, £10.87, according to my maths, which I don't think is too bad. For some reason, I only took 2 pictures, which I can't explain why I did that, but that's something I did. So that sold quite quickly. I think we actually had offers going around, because if that had sold for 30 quid, I should have made a lot more money. I think I maybe accepted for about 25, but it went to someone who, looking at their eBay, it is someone who does collect and resell wrestling figures, so it's gone to a collector, no doubt. So I'm more than happy to take the. It's not really a hit. It's just I didn't make as much money as I could have, but they were taking up space. It was just nice to get rid of them. The 1997 Thomas, what is it? Thomas Dam. Accepted an offer on this. It was listed for £19.99. Accepted an offer for 15. I think they initially no, it was 15. I let it run until about 5 hours before it was due to run out, and then just accepted it. Made only a fiver. Obviously, if I'd have got the extra fiver on top, it would have been a lot nicer. But it was a nice quick flip. I just liked dotting this guy around the house and just scaring my fiance, to be honest. I just kept on moving him around. So whenever she went into a room, she'd see those beady little eyes just staring at her. So I love picking up this sort of stuff because it means that I can wind her up until I sell it. Next up, the last 3 were all auctions. I paid 50p for this, and I put it on a 7-day auction, and it sold for £7.50, which is quite bloody amazing. It's just over £5 profit. As you can see, the postage was £4.20. That was for second class signed for, which the stamp cost alone is £3.95. So that gives me a little bit more to play with when it comes to their fees. It doesn't quite cover it, but if you go too far over what the actual stamp cost is, people do tend to get a little bit arsey. So to take a couple of pence hit on that is absolutely fine. So 11 bids, £7.50 for an item I paid 50p for. I didn't put it in a dishwasher. It was a wet wipe and a toothbrush job throughout. It came out looking okay, actually. It didn't look that bad. You can see there's a couple of marks on the bottom, just down here and down here. But the pictures, you can see that quite easily. See, there's a few marks on the background as well. But it's a Betty Boop figurine, so they're always quite quick and easy to turn around. Now this is where we start getting into the good stuff. I think this owed me no, maybe £4, because I think when I bought it from the shop, there was a box within the box, and the smaller box contained all the figurines, and it was a set price per box. So although it's part of one set, I got charged twice for it, which to be honest is not the end of the world. I ended up making £19.18 on this. Now I would have made a lot more. I only allowed for £7 postage. I was over on this postage. Hopefully it might say it on the receipts. Yeah, Space Hulk one, I was 13 grams over the 2 kilogram mark. It was well packaged. For this sort of stuff, it's got to be well packaged, to be honest. I had it bubble wrapped twice, and then there was packing peanuts surrounding both the bottom, the top, and all the sides as well. Yeah, 16 grams, which is really annoying. I think when I initially weighed this up, I was doing it with just the box itself and not I didn't allow for the packaging box and the packaging material as well. So yeah, I was a few grams off of what I should have been. So this has just gone out today. It is going international. It's going to Italy, I believe, but obviously it's going to the eBay sorting centre first, and then it goes out to Italy. So I hope they don't mess up my packing, because I did a bloody good job there as far as I'm concerned. It should arrive exactly how it is pictured. So it only owed me a few quid. Pictures where I was struggling to get everything in only 12 pictures. So I did one overview of everything that was there. Then I tried to show the depth as to what was in each stack, so they knew roughly what was there. So it looks like it's a complete set anyway. Then you've got your damage counters, your stickers. Why is that so blurry? Again, another blurry sticker. Then you've got the Tyranids themselves. Shows all of them, most of which are unpainted. Then you've got your Juggernauts. I want to say Juggernauts. They might not be Juggernauts. But you can see one's lost its arm. That should be a quick stick-on job. And then all but 4 are unpainted. So again, that was quite good. Another picture of the broken one. So yeah, it made £19.18 on that. There wasn't another £5 to be made if I had done the postage correctly, but it happens. I still in profit. It just means that I will now learn from my mistakes. Then the best item is Warhammer Quest. I had an inbox from this straight away saying, can you look in this picture? Where is it? I think it's not that one. Wow, that picture is really bad. I'm annoyed at how bad that is. There's a figure in here. It's this guy here. This guy alone goes for around £20–30 plus postage. It's not about the £20–25 mark, to be honest. But this guy alone is about £25. So I had someone message me saying, can you just go to this picture here? Can you look for this figure and just confirm it is this figure? So I sent a message saying yes, it's on there. So I ended up putting an amendment to the description saying it does include this figure, and I just couldn't add any more pictures because eBay. I would have preferred to have gotten rid of one of the other pictures and showed that particular item, but the box was a pain. As you can see, it's sort of, I don't know why I'm pointing, you can't see what I'm pointing at. If you look at this section here, you can see it's really deformed. So what I've done is I've wrapped it in bubble wrap when I was packing it. I only taped the bubble wrap to itself, so there's no tape on the box whatsoever. And I've managed to put it in so it's more box shaped. And again, wrapped it twice in bubble wrap, and then it's surrounded by packing as well. Now again, with the weight, would you believe it, this came in at 3 kilograms and 19 grams. So I could have just taken out a few figures and we've been okay. Probably could have taken the books out, because I think the books have little to no value anyway in comparison to the rest of it. So another picture of the box top there, so you can see how badly damaged it is. 2 sealed packs of cards. Then you've got the profile cards. Then the adventure record sheet, which again is mainly unused. I think there was only 1 or 2 that had been used out of that. General overview of all the crap that was in it. And then all the pieces, more pieces, and then that looked like it hadn't been used, but I presume it must have been. But it looks like the kids just started to make the set and then just sort of got bored, because there's a few figures that are put together and they'd had a base layer of paint put on, but absolutely nothing. So this did cost me just over £13 in postage. I did allow for 14, but obviously out of that £13.95, I get to no, £13.14, sorry. eBay gets to put on a nice huge hefty charge for that. So after all the fees for both the sale of the item, the fees for the postage, etc., made a fantastic £110.79. I'm fairly sure this only cost me a few quid as well. So I'm very happy with that. What I was going to do initially, because of what else was on eBay at the time, I was just going to put like £40 plus postage, buy it now. And I thought, nah, I might as well just do an auction, because I think it's more of a bloke thing as well, is when it becomes a competition, everything becomes a competition. So when you're bidding for an item, you don't want to lose that item. So I think it encourages people to spend more than they would have originally. This guy did take a few hours to pay. This ended Sunday. God, I would say afternoon time, maybe 3-4 o'clock. And it did take him sort of 5 hours to pay. Whether he was just waiting to work out what his wages were and all that sort of thing, I don't know. But it took a while to pay. When the other guy paid straight away for the Space Hulk set, I thought, this guy is going to be a pain. He's going to want to cancel the order now and have to resend it to auction. But it was posted today. Fingers crossed everything is okay. It should be absolutely fine. The only thing that is putting me off is obviously the buyer only has 13 feedback, as you guys can see, which yeah, it's worrying me slightly. However, I think we're going to be okay. But to profit £110 off of one item, that is my personal best. So you know what, you have to do a personal best. You got to beat it. So my goal now is to beat that profit margin, which I don't know if I can do, but we'll give it a go. So that's all the things. Well, not all the things. That's 10 things that I sold in April. There was a few more bits. I sold one of the Gryffindor letter openers. That went for about 12. No, I think that's £15 actually, including postage. Off the top of my head, I think that maybe owed me a quid. So I think I'm about £12 in profit on that, maybe 11, depending on what the postage was. Postage wasn't that expensive, but yeah, good decent month actually. It was a very slow start, but we did get there in the end. I think everyone's had a very rough month, but with a sale like this, all this means is I'm still not going to withdraw any of it. I'm still just going to reinvest every single penny that I've got. So unfortunately, as far as profits go, actual profits that I get to keep, still on absolutely zero, but it means that I get to go out and buy more, which I like doing. It's a sourcing part that I like. So fingers crossed, by the time summer actually decides to kick in, we should be able to then start withdrawing some profits. And no doubt the taxman will have a field day as well. Potentially, we'll see how good the summer is. But this will give me hopefully the start of the ball rolling into taking more money to the car boots, which allow me to bulk buy from some of the traders, which, to be honest, to get close to any of the bulks, you need to have anywhere between sort of £100 and £600. If you don't have that sort of money, you're going around and you're picking up scraps, which I don't mind. I like picking up scraps. The scraps is the fun bit, but as far as making money goes and what the other guys do, I need that sort of money behind me. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, looking forward to some more reinvestment. So that is it from me. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Good gaming and happy collecting. Adios.